Welcome back. We're doing a little discussion tonight about our backyard chickens and our experiences that we've had with them. So what do you think has been the most exciting experience since we've gotten chickens? I guess first off is we've got 6 chickens now.
Now we have 6. We started with 8.
Yeah.
And we got them from a local farm. Mm-hmm. And then one of them died within like the first couple of days. We recently lost another one because she was egg bound. But we had started with the 8 thinking that we would only have 4 because at the time the city ordinance is 4 maximum. And so we were kind of thinking that, well, if we get 8, our odds are that we'll end up with 4. Now that the city maximum has been changed to 6, we're good.
Yeah, we have eliminated down to the proper amount of population.
The allocated amount.
Yeah. They're bougie chickens, though.
They are bougie chickens.
They got a RV, and our chickens started in a house. I didn't want them in the house, but
you had to build something on a whim, remember that? Because we had them in like a bucket and then realized that it was not working.
No, it was a playpen thing.
No, at first it was the bucket, the tote. And then you built that wooden casket thing. But then we had to put them in something else because it just wasn't enough square footage. And so we purchased this pop-up. It was about 1 foot tall or something.
This would be a perfect affiliate throw-in, but we don't have any links to it. It's like a playpen.
It was just this, well, we can put it down in the description. But it was a pop-up playpen, and that worked really well because it had a bottom to it. And then we had company coming to stay with us, and so we had to get them out of the house because they were starting to smell really bad.
Yeah, if we did it today, they would go right outside because we first moved in, it was a new build, and there was all the raccoons, and we were worried about predators.
It was also cold. It was a colder time of year. We were going into the winter, but it doesn't get super cold here.
So by no means are we professional farmers or anything like that. I mean, I had chickens as a kid growing up. We always had chickens.
I didn't have any.
None. So we just decided we wanted to teach the kids some stuff about livestock. We also, during our time, when we were in Vegas, we used to live in Vegas, and egg prices went through the roof.
So we actually used to purchase the 60 carton of eggs, the large box, the Walmart brand box. This was back in 2022. I was buying the boxes, and they were at maybe like $7 a box. And then it went up all the way to $30 a box just overnight. And so
which led us down a chicken road.
Yeah, and then so we kind of feel like mentally prepared. I have always gone through eggs, and then we started eating healthier and organic and buying better eggs, and that very quickly became extremely expensive.
The chickens are expensive.
They're very expensive.
But knowing what's in your food is good. And eggs make me sick. Have always made me sick. And then we went back to, obviously now we got the chickens. Right. I don't get sick anymore. I eat eggs. Store-bought eggs make me sick. I don't know why. I mean, I think we can all figure out a little bit why without any conspiracy theories going on. But I mean, I had natural eggs from chickens growing up. And then I left home, and then I got sick off eggs, so I just stopped eating eggs. And then we get chickens again, and now I'm eating eggs again.
I was really weirded out to eat the eggs. I remember I didn't eat the eggs for maybe like a week or 2.
You do the same thing with your plants.
Yeah, I know. I don't know why. But anyways, now whenever we eat other eggs, like if we go visit family or something, or if we go out of town or to like a breakfast hotel, they taste so gross. You can tell a difference. You get used to it.
So we got the chickens, we raised them up, and then a normal chicken pen was not good enough. We got the RV style chicken camper.
Fancy.
From Tractor Supply.
And we built it at night. We built it in the dark. With the floodlight.
We put them out there and we're like, oh, we're going to have some free range chickens. We quickly realized that free range chickens are cool. but it's like a pack of hyenas in the backyard.
Oh, yeah.
So
They're
you
like
had to-
tiny little dinosaurs. So I had my garden set up. I was attempting to grow a moringa tree. It had 3 tiny little stalks, and I had them sitting on the raised beds. And I noticed that they were tipped over. There were no leaves. It was like just twigs, just stalk twigs. And I didn't know. I thought, well, okay, the raccoon's back or the rabbits are back or something. And so I went and looked at the home security footage to see what type of predator it was. Nope, it was the chickens. They were just
chicken monsters.
feasting on my moringas. Needless to say, I have no moringas on the property.
Oh, so that's why they never ended up growing. They just kept breaking.
Yep. They just
Yeah.
kept eating them. And now they're eating my tomato plant, my one tomato plant that's out there. We had the fencing up and we kept them out of the garden.
Well, yeah, we had the fencing up. We bought this cheap fencing from Tractor Supply again, and it was working until they decided to migrate to the AC unit. And they started picking at the insulation on the AC unit. So I was like, okay, we got to navigate that situation now. And then the final straw was we have a septic system and there's the emergency backup, and they were plucking at the wires to that.
They also ate through the plastic fencing that we had up. They ate
A perfect
holes
square.
through that. Yes, they ate their little way out. I feel like we haven't really actually saved money.
We haven't saved any money at all. I don't know. We never buy eggs anymore. It's so weird. It's a weird concept now because even I walk past the eggs at the store and I don't even look at them. Like, it'd be like if your next was like milk or something.
We're ready to get a cow.
Self-sufficiency. I would love to get a cow. We just need a bigger house. In getting chickens, the normal thought that you would have when you go buy a puppy is like you want to teach your kid responsibility and teach him how to take care of an animal, and then with a puppy it turns into a dog and then dad takes care of it.
Right.
Or mom takes care of it. And the same thing kind of started happening with the chickens. When they were cute and fluffy, the kids were like, oh, and we'll play with them. And then when we got our first egg, it was like, oh.
Really exciting.
And everybody wanted to go check for the eggs. And then it's like, oh, I got to clean up after them too. Oh, they dug a hole. Oh, they just pooped everywhere, all over the place inside their pen.
And it smells and it's not fun.
Or they got one of them voles.
Yes.
It's like if you don't know what a vole is, it's like a mouse/mole.
I saw one the other day too out there. I was trying to get
There's
in.
like 3 dead ones now. I hit one with a shovel the other day.
The chickens what finished it off when
Yeah,
you
so they finished that one off, and then I didn't know about the second one, and they had attacked that one. We have 3 Buckeyes,
And then the Jersey Giants.
and then we have 3 Jersey Giants
3
now?
Jersey Giants.
And the Jersey Giants are mean.
They are, especially Bridget.
I watched them kill that vole.
And they're not nice to our dog.
Well, she's smaller than a chicken.
Yeah.
I don't know. I watched they tag team that bull, and it was like velociraptors. So, and the way
Oh
they
my
dig, they dig like they're groundhogs out there.
They're
We
little
watched all
hen
the YouTube videos. This is back to YouTube videos. but-
Nobody ever talked about this.
Well, people warn you like, oh, hey, if you think you're getting a chicken just to get eggs, like there's a lot more involved. Yes,
Yeah.
there is a lot more.
But I don't ever remember watching anything about them trying to dig out.
Strangulate themselves, unchickenfy themselves.
Chicken pie.
They get unchickenfied. So,
Unchicken fried. That you put the time and energy into raising this livestock, which I heard the other day somebody said if you have livestock, you will have dead stock.
I had that experience as a child. Well, not as a child, but as a kid, because we had a hawk get into our chicken pen, and we had about 15, 20 chickens, and we had a hawk get in. I remember my grandpa getting so mad about it. It only killed like 1 or 2. But then a week or 2 went by, and I think we had a coyote or something get in there. He was so mad because the coyote didn't eat the chickens.
It just played with them.
I think it might have gotten 1, but it like mauled like 6 or 7 of the
For sport, yeah.
the chickens, and he was so mad that it didn't eat the chickens.
It's such a waste.
So, but now
Yeah.
that we have gotten chickens and we've put the money into it, I could see why he was mad.
Luckily, we haven't had anything like that happen, though. I mean, we did have the stint for a while there with the raccoons.
We had a raccoon army. Just one right after the other.
It's a lot.
But they're gone now.
Yep.
They're unraccoonified. So I unraccoonified them. But
I think the only other predator that we've had a run-in with was the bobcat.
yeah, but it didn't try to come in the backyard. It just like spooked me when I was mowing them.
We didn't want
If
it
you
running
watch
in the
the
backyard.
camera footage though, like I wasn't scared of it. It just
No.
caught me off guard.
Right. Yeah.
I wasn't expecting something to move out of the wooded area there.
Okay.
You know, we're the typical backyard chicken people. What is your most fun memory so far? We've had them for almost 2 years now.
So my favorite memory was when the chickens kind of started to get out a little bit more into the backyard, and we would let them roam a lot more. And Lana, our dog, she's like a little Affenpinscher. She looks like Toto. She was running from the chickens.
Oh yeah.
And she was like hiding under the trampoline, and then she would follow me through the yard and like hide behind my legs instead of like going after the chickens, because they would come up behind her and peck her like right in the butt. And she hated it. She hated them so much. She wouldn't even go outside. Gosh, I think that was my favorite memory, was just the interaction and seeing what the dog was gonna do with the livestock and how the two animals would interact and like coexist with each other in the backyard. What has been your favorite?
We have that composter in the backyard that rotates. I would always work real hard on getting the composter correct. Like I'd mow the yard and put the grass shavings in, and then we'd put our food in, and I'd rip up paper and put in it, or cardboard or whatever. And I got that compost real good, and like after like 3 months of like turning it, and the chickens would always like come over, and like the little tiny bitties that would fall out, and they'd be like right on it. It must have been like real good, like they were like always on it. And so every once in a while when I was out there, I'd crack the door on the composter as I was rotating it to let a little bit more big chunks out, and I felt like a little like compost dealer, like
Oh my goodness.
it was like oh here it comes, and I'd get a little clump on the ground. And then just recently I was like, okay, I need to restart the compost because it had gotten away from me. And so I just opened the doors all the way and flipped it over, and they mauled that
They
pile
loved
of
it.
compost. And I mean, it was crawling with larvae and bugs.
It was disgusting.
It was gross, but they just annihilated it.
Yeah.
And so I was like, you're a little chicken dealer, I guess. When we got the chickens, do you remember that day?
Yes.
It was during like the egg, like it was still egg craziness. But do you remember when we
Yes.
got to the farm?
There was a line.
Yeah.
Huge line, and we didn't think we were going to get chickens that day. And we had our little box, and the kids were just like
There was like 40
so
people
excited. A ton of people. Everybody was picking, I remember too, because everybody was picking out the chickens specifically that they wanted, the breed that they wanted. And then we got up there and we're
there. And he
just like,
dropped a box.
yeah, and we were just like, just whatever, just give us 8 of whatever.
There was this guy who I remember he had a cigarette hanging out of his mouth, and he had the boxes, and he was like, what ones do you want? And I was like, I don't know. I just want something that lays brown eggs. I'd be all right with that, because that's what I was used to as a kid. And the corner of the box caught on one of the segments of the pen, and he was like, and he was all flustered and freaking out. But he had dropped, like, I don't know what breeds, but they were different colors.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Yeah, and they dropped in, and he's like, and I was like, listen, just give me 4 of them gray ones and 4 of them red ones, and we'll call it a day.
Yeah, because he was panicking.
Yeah, and we got them in the box, and you were like, what ones did you get? And I was like, I don't know what I got.
And we didn't, I remember that too, because we didn't know what we had until they went through their little teeny bopper years.
We had to
And
chat
then-
GPT it and everything.
Once they feathered out, that's when we were able to actually see what we had. And then we realized we had this like ginormous breed of chicken.
Yeah, the black Jersey Giant was a lot larger than what we wanted to get.
Right.
But they haven't turned out that big.
No.
But they definitely are the large ones in the RV. They've had some modifications to their pen, of course. You got a little like peck toy in there, and we put a little black tarp over or like one of them breathable tarps. And then we added a NASCAR tire.
Oh, the NASCAR tire.
Yeah.
They love to sit on that tire.
Yeah.
So let us know in the comments what your chicken experience has been like, if you've had one or if you're thinking about getting any chickens.
And from the dad perspective, be ready to start taking care of the chickens, because the wife is going to want the chickens and the kids are going to want the chickens, and then you'll be taking care of the chickens. But I don't take care of them that much.
No, you don't have to.
Not until they break something. Thanks for watching, and like always, if you want to stick around and hang with us, you can just click the button.
Don't say it.
You can click one of the buttons.
Some of the buttons.
This button.
They're somewhere.
One of these buttons.
This direction.
I put the button there like I did in the last one. So, but yeah, we're glad to chat it up and conversate.
See you later.
Bye.
Oh, this is not the piece we planned. It's beautiful and bonkers, with tiny tyrants in command who shout their little yonkers. We pray for grace and patience and a minute's sweet release. This crazy, blessed, wonderful, chaotic masterpiece.